Hello, good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss on introduction to power plants. First, we'll see the first world and national scenario of demand and supply of energy. First, we'll see the need of energy. Basically, you know that the human beings need energy for their several life processes, essential in transportation, industrial production, medication, etc. In general way, we can say that energy is generated in every walks of life, which may appear in various forms. Therefore, energy may be defined as its capacity to do work in various forms or to produce the dynamics effects in the body. Basically, this is the need of energy. Okay, and now we'll see the power. What is power? You know, energy is in the form of different types of energy: potential energy, kinetic energy, fluid energy. Different types of energies are there. So now we will see the different types of need of power. The power may be defined as the rate of flow of energy, right? So the power is usually produced in the form of mechanical or electrical power. In case of power plants, the machines and equipments which are used to produce mechanical or electrical power are called as power plants. Example: steam power plant, nuclear power plant, hydroelectric power plant, diesel power plant, and gas turbine power plants. So these are the different types of powers which plants we can produce by means of the rate of flow of energy. Okay, so energy is in different forms. With the help of energy we generate power. So this is the relation between energy and power, and it is related to power plants. So significance, now we'll see the significance of power. It plays a vital role in industry, agriculture, transportation, human comfort, etc. The per capita consumption of electrical power reflects on living standards and prosperity of a nation. Any lack of energy will hamper the economic progress of the country. India also has utilized the natural resources to the maximum extent possible, and it has found new and good resources. Energy is basically classified into different three types. First classification is based on primary and secondary energy. Second is commercial and non-commercial energy. Third is renewable and non-renewable energy. So we'll see the primary and secondary energies. Primary and secondary energies. Primary energies are basically found or stored in nature. Whichever energy which are there. So whichever energy which we are finding in nature are called as the primary energy sources. Okay, like coal, oil, natural gas and biomass such as wood, nuclear energy from radioactive substances, thermal energy stored in Earth's interiors, and potential energy due to Earth's gravity. So these are different the primary energy sources which are there in the nature, available readily in the nature. Okay, now secondary energy resources. Primary energy sources are mostly converted and then used for industrial applications. Primary energy sources are mostly converted and then used for industrial applications. Example: coal, oil, gas converted into steam, and electricity used commercially. So these are the certain secondary resources, energy resources like coal, oil or gas, which are converted into steam and electricity used commercially. Now there are second type of energy, classification of energy is that commercial and non-commercial energy. Commercial energy sources are the sources which are available in the market for a definite price, are known as commercial energy. For example, electricity, coal and refined petroleum products. Means what? Whichever the energy which is there in the which is available in the market, we are having certain definite price to purchase that particular energy is called as the commercial energy. We know that electricity is easily available in our country. We are paying the bills to the industries, to the electrical industries. Coal also, because we are paying, we are using electricity by means, if the thermal power plant is there, coal we are paying the energy. And refined petroleum products such as petroleum oils, petrol, diesel, whichever petroleum products are there, we are going to pay that particular products to there. We are going to pay in that particular energy. That's why it is called as commercial energy. Okay. Now non-commercial energy sources. These energy sources are not available in the commercial market for a price. that we know that, for example, firewood, agro waste, wind energy for lifting water, these are different naturally means energy that are not available in the commercial market. It means that is easily available to you with free of cost. That are called as the non-commercial energy sources. You know that firewood, agro waste, wind energy for lifting water, etc. These are all non-commercial energy sources. Now, third type of energy, so classification of energy is that renewable and non-renewable energy. Now, renewable energy, what we all know that renewable energy is the sources that that are essentially inexhaustible, and it can be harnessed without the release of harmful pollutants. We know that it is inexhaustible energy, that is not exhausted, that is not finished. So that energy sources is having a good existence in the nature. For example, wind, solar, geothermal energy, tidal energy, and hydroelectric power. These are all energies are called as the renewable energy sources. And non-renewable energy sources are the sources which are depleted with time. Means they get easily finished away with as the time goes on. The resources are getting lesser and lesser lesser and lesser. For example, conventional fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and gas. Means what these energy sources are not having naturally they are available, but they will diminish after certain years. That's why it is called as the non-renewable energy sources. Indian and world energy scenario. Now we will see the Indian and world energy scenario. Energy scenario in India is analysis by the International Energy Agency. That is given by www.iea.org. On this website, you will get all the details of the scenario of India, energy scenario in India and abroad. Recently, IEA analysis shows that in 2008, India's investment in solar PV was greater than in all fossil fuels resources of electricity generation together. By December 2019, India had deployed a total 84 gigawatt of grid-connected renewable electricity capacity. By comparison, India's total generating capacity reached 366 gigawatt in 2019. India is making progress towards its target of 175 gigawatt of renewable by 2022. So it's a good target for us, the India that will be achieved by 2022. So we are going to progress in the non-renewable energy, renewable energy sources also, and generally we are in non-renewable energy sources are 366 gigawatt in 2019. So that is a good progress. That is a good target for the India to get the 175 gigawatt of renewable by 2022. Now we will see the energy scenario in the India. That is the analysis by National Statistical Office. Region-wide generation capacity of electricity utilized by 31/3/2019. The geographical distribution of installed generating capacity of electricity as on 31/3/2019 indicates that Western region accounted for the highest share, 35%, followed by Southern region 28%, Northern region 25%, and Northern region accounted for the highest share of hydro energy. Western region of thermal energy, and Southern energy, nuclear and other sources of renewable energy. Now we can know that now in Eastern region 11%, Northeastern region 1%, Northern region 25%, Western region 35%. This is the total installed capacity of 356.10 gigawatts. So this is the basically pie diagram which is showing all the distribution of the energy generation capacity of electricity region wise. Okay. So now we'll move to next slide. That is the energy scenario in India. Analysis of National Statistical Office on www.mospi.gov.in. Consumption of electricity by sectors in India. Means which sector is consuming with what type of energy, that we are going to study now. We will see the estimated electricity consumption increased from 612.645 gigawatt during 2010 to 11,58,310 gigawatt hour during 2018-19, showing a compound annual growth rate of 6.5%. The percentage increase in electricity consumption is 3.11%. So we will see the traction and railway is considered 2% energy, commercial energy is 80%, domestic energy is 24%, agriculture 18%, and industry is 42%. So the total consumption is around 11,58,310 gigawatts per hour. So this is the energy scenario, India and world energy scenario in India. So this is the total estimated electricity consumption. We can see that it is around 11,58,310 gigawatt hour. Now we'll see the energy scenario in India. Now the consumption, we'll see what type of fuel is being consumed and how much percentage is being consumed. The consumption of energy in petroleous fuels from a coal and lignite was highest, which accounted for about 46.75% for the total consumption during 2018-19, followed by crude oil by 33.19% and electricity by 12.85%. Total consumption of energy sources increased from 21,590 petajoules during 2009-10 to 32,450 petajoules during 18-19, showing a CAGR of 4.2%. So you can see the pie diagram. Crude oil considered is having 33%, coal 45%, lignite 2%, natural gas 7%, and electricity from hydronuclear and other renewable sources is 13%. So this is the sources-wise consumption of energy during 2018-19. Now we'll see the energy situation in the world by International Agency of IEA.org. Recently, IEA analysis shows that global energy demand has declined by 3.8% in the first quarter of 2020. Global coal demand was hit the hardest, falling by almost 8% compared with the first quarter of 2019. Oil demand was also hit strongly, down nearly 5% in the first quarter. The impact of the pandemic on gas demand was more moderate at around 2% in the first quarter. Renewables were the only sources that posted growth in demand, driven by larger installed capacity and growth priority dispatch. Electricity demand has been depressed by 20% or more during periods of full lockdown in several countries. Now we'll see the regarding the power plants now. As everybody knows that energy is being produced in the nation by means of different power plants, and is being completely completing the needs of the people of developing the electricity production. Basically, a power plant is an industrial facility used to generate electric power with the help of one or more generators which convert different energy sources into electric power. The power plant is the location in which the energy conversion takes place. So you can see that the power consumption means the power is being produced by different segments such as nuclear power plant, hydroelectric power plant, thermal power plant, steam power plant. There are different types of power plants which are being used and being used effectively to produce the electricity needs of the people and which demands which are there in the market. So we'll see regarding the power plant. So definition of power plant is what? Power plant is an industrial facility used to generate electric power with the help of one or more generators and which converts different energy sources into electric power. This is the definition of power plant. Basically, this is the definition of power plant. Now we'll see the different types of power plants. As we are all aware that there are different types of power plants. The first type is the conventional power plant and second called as the non-conventional power plant. So first we'll see the conventional power plant. First is the fossil fuel power plant, hydroelectric power plant, thermal power plant, gas turbine power plant and nuclear power plant. These are all conventional power plant. Non-conventional power plant are the windmill power plant, solar PV power plant, geothermal power plant and biomass power plant. So these are the both types of power plants, conventional power plant and non-conventional power plant. Basically, we will see the importance of power plants. Generating low-cost electricity is the key of the development of growing country. Basically, generating we know electricity is being needed very is being increasing. The need is rapidly it is increasing. So, generating low-cost electricity is the key of the development of growing country. Electrical power is also useful than any other sources of energy because it is a convertible. So, you can convert the power from one source, one point to another point. So for any developing country, the cost of the electricity must be less as compared to the demanding electricity. If there is no nearby river, then we have to go deep into the earth for water. Without electricity, it is nearly impossible to get water from deep earth. If there is no nearby river, then we have to go deep into the earth for water. So for that, electricity is necessary. We are already habituated in our daily life, so there is no way that we can live without electricity now. So this is the basic importance of power plant. For this reason, all power plants across our country keeping a good impact in our daily life by providing a smooth supply of low-cost electricity. So we are in our country. There are different power plants which are there, which are satisfying the needs of the people regarding electricity. So these are certain points which are showing the importance of power plant. So these are the different types of power plant you can see in the first figure. First is the hydroelectric power plant. Second is a natural gas power plant. Third is a solar panel farm. Fourth, coal-fired power plant, nuclear power plant, then windmill farm power plant. So these are different power plants which are there. So you can see now importance of electricity. Basically, it's a clean source. It's a clean source and not harmful to nature. It is easily controlled according to demand. We can change its voltage level. Easy to transmit and control. So these are the different points. So as we end the first lecture.